Of course I remember the Zappos skit from 2010. Yes, 12 years ago. Crap, welcome to Crappos. That was the one year I was on Blip TV for the holidays, and they literally ran only one advertisement the entire holiday season. It was the only advertisement they could get. I don't know why Zappos even did it, because like, if I'm the only advertiser, that means I'm paying all your ad revenue for the whole season. Why would I want that, right? Imagine that. Imagine being the only advertiser on a site, and so everyone gets bombarded with your ads so much, everyone hates your products and doesn't want them. That's literally what happened to Zappos. Like Blip TV's problem was that I guess they had this idea of exactly who they wanted to be and their identity in the landscape of video sharing. And basically it didn't include certain kinds of content. And they also didn't want to work with anyone who basically didn't 100% fit in line with, I guess, what they were seeing as their kind of content. So when I first was there, the first week or two, they loved me. I was the top guy on the site except for Nostalgia Critic. I literally was bigger than Angry Joe. I was bigger than any other content creator on the site. And they were all happy to have me. And then, it just so happened, I happened to make some of the dumbest jokes I've ever made, ever in history. I mean, it was really asinine, the dumb things that I said, you know? And so, what they should have done, in my opinion, you could disagree with me, alright? I think what they should have done is said, listen, you said some things we deem very offensive. What we'd like to do is take that off the site, and we want you to promise you're not going to do that kind of content anymore. And then, you know, then we could continue. Because before that happened, I was literally going to meet with them, have a phone call with their head of whatever the department is, the head of partnerships or whatever. And we were supposed to talk about an exclusive way to have my content actually featured on the site, because my content was the biggest content on their website. So they wanted to feature me, they wanted to promote me, they basically wanted to be like, oh, come to Blip for darksydephil. Like, that's how they were pitching it to me. Okay? And, you know, keep in mind, this was 12 years ago. This was long before cancel culture was such a mainstream thing. But they just didn't like the bad jokes I made. Now, listen, today I will outright tell you they were terrible, terrible jokes. I shouldn't have told them. And I know that now, because I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm smarter. Back then, I was an idiot. But if they had come to me and fairly said, hey, you screwed up, we don't like this, can you never do that again? And if you can make that agreement, right, then we'll work with you. Instead, it was they just instantly banned me. You're gone. We're taking away all of your content off the site. You have, like, less than a week to get all your content off the site, and then it's gone for good. And I was like, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Not even a week ago, you were setting up a call with your vice president where we were going to have an in-depth conversation about promoting my content, pushing it to the next level, making it the destination, looking to be the destination for darksydephil. You were going to make it so that independent creators like me would want to come to your site as a destination. Like, I was supposed to be like the poster boy for that. How I had had a bad time on YouTube and I came over to Twitter or Blip. That's how it was being pushed to me. Like, so you went from all of that to you're permanently banned with zero discussion, with zero chance for redemption, not even saying what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. It was the bad jokes, and I knew it. They told me. Eventually, I said, are you going to tell me what it was? They said, yes, and then they sent me the link to the stupid video or whatever, right?
Enemy UAV active.
But just think of it this way. So you're the competitor to YouTube, right? You're really trying to make it. And the only people on your site who are getting traction right now are one small group under... Who the fuck was that? The gnat's biting my ass. So anyway, there's like one small group who's getting all the views on your site. It's literally anyone from that guy with the glasses. That's it. No one else gets views. So you know you need to diversify. You need to bring in a wider viewer base than that. You can't just be a website that makes your entire living off of one fucking group of people, right? So why not work with me? No, instead, oh, we deem you made a bad joke. That's it. It's over. Like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. Like, I'd never been treated like that before. At the same time, that was the dawn of cancel culture, right? When you really think about it, it really was the beginning of a lot of businesses starting to act like that. Like, we're just supposed to psychically know what's acceptable. Who is shooting me? What the fuck? I don't see him. I really couldn't see this guy. You know? Now, again, today I look at it and I say, I know what I did was wrong. Back then, I was ignorant. But again, if you just educate me, I was much younger. I was 12 years younger. So, you know, I'm, what, 28? I'm stupid. Tell me, hey, stupid, if you want to work on our site, here's what you can and can't do. You can't do that. Don't do it. Okay, I agree. I will stay. I'm sorry about that. Not instant ban. And by the way, it was the holiday season. It was Christmas. It was that time of year. They did it. I was like, wow, that's tremendous. Tremendously stupid. I mean, a business like that is destined to fail. You know? It's only a matter of time. The point I'm making here is, if Blip was going to succeed, they had to be willing to work with people and bring people in and attract people to the site. They didn't seem to want to do that at all. They had, you know, we have this own thing in our mind of what we want, or whatever, and they were really the beginning of that movement of one strike, not even a strike, just gone. How does that even make sense, right? Anyway, they're long gone now. They failed. They couldn't bring anyone in. Like, they tried, and like I said, the only people who were ever successful over there were the people under that guy with the glasses. No one else ever got traction on Blip TV. So, the site failed, couldn't bring in advertisers, couldn't bring in revenue, gone. So, again, I know, and I will absolutely tell you I did wrong, all right? I should not have done the jokes that I did, but the fact that I was instantly canceled from the site is probably kind of ridiculous, and it's just funny that was the first experience that I ever had with that in my life. Like, up to then, it's like, geez, you make a mistake, someone tells you, okay, here's what you did wrong, here's why it was wrong, please learn, here's your chance. And then after your chance, if you blow it again, now you show a pattern of wrongdoing. Okay, you've now repeatedly done this thing wrong over and over. You're not going to change. Goodbye. Pretty nuts. And then, I mean, of course, worse than that was last year. Last year was just ludicrous. That last year, I got kicked out of Teespring. I got kicked out of the Twitch Partner Program. And I got kicked out of Stream Elements. Or was it Stream? No, it was Stream Labs. For things from 12 years ago. Like I said, I wish I could, I can't really. I wish I could show you guys, but the evidence that I have is pretty conclusive of what happened. I was mass reported for shit I did 12 years ago, and the idiots actually kicked me out of all their businesses because of things I did 12 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. So basically, no one can ever change. No one can ever learn or grow on this planet. Anyone who did anything wrong, you are infinitely going to be blamed for doing something wrong forever, right? Despite the fact that I've never tried to hide my mistakes, you know what I mean? Like, I've always made all my mistakes public. I always upload all those videos or whatever. I own my mistakes, and then later on, I'll realize they were wrong, and I apologize for them. It's not like, oh, I did something wrong, and now I tried to delete that from the internet, because as they say, those who do not remember history are doomed to repeat it. So if I didn't remember that I did wrong things, I would probably keep doing them because I'm an idiot, right? But the good thing is I'm not an idiot. I learned from those things. You see? Okay. No, you see, I don't think that's true. Overpowered Boone says YouTube won't ban anyone except for copyright. That I don't believe. I just believe that YouTube, unless you do something egregiously wrong, right? Like, what would be considered egregiously wrong instant termination on YouTube? Outright death threats. Outright threats of imminent, you know, telling people to do horrible things to people. Like, imagine if someone had a fan base and told them to go to weaponize them against someone. I could see that being instant termination. If it was outright. Not if it was an allusion to doing something, no. But if it's outright, right, then I could see that. Or ongoing egregious behavior that's a pattern, then I could see that just being, you're gone. You know what I mean? But the thing with YouTube is, at the very least, okay? The very least, all right? The way I see it is, if you do something wrong on YouTube, you get chances. You're going to get a community strike, right? Or you're going to get, whatever it is, whether it's copyright, community, whatever it could be, you're going to get a notice that you did it wrong, and you're going to have a chance to learn. YouTube does that. They don't just say, you're completely gone. You know what I mean? Unless it's egregious. If you egregiously break the rules to a point where it shows outright disdain for the well-being of others, likely you're going to get the boot. And yeah, you guys know, I'm the last person to do that. There's so many people who do nasty things to me on the internet. I wish everyone the best. I seriously just want everyone on this planet to have a good life. I feel like if people were happy, they wouldn't be going after other people, right? If everyone was happy and nice, like, why would you need to attack others? Why would you need to attack me or anyone else for that matter? You know, everyone just leave me alone. And, you know, and I'll leave you alone, right? That's kind of my mentality. So you're never going to hear me attacking no one or anything. I just don't care, you know, I just, whatever. You said this, they said this about me, I don't give a shit, you know. But sadly, there's some people who aren't able to do that. There's some people who just cannot control themselves. Like, now people are talking about LTG. I mean, yeah, that guy was infamous for, if he felt like you hurt him, he would come for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good mentality to have on a site like YouTube. I mean, you're only going to get away with that for a certain amount of time before it comes back to bite you, you know?